there was an intern at Amazon
Yeah.
that deleted a file because files were presented by slash and directory names.
Yeah.
So he just deleted a file because, he was deleting some test things, and
Yep.
that file happened to be a central file that keeps the entire S3 simple storage service together.
The entire S3 together?
That's correct. Yes.
Okay.
And then the entire simple storage service was essentially down for about many hours, close to a day in 2017. And that brought down Netflix, that brought down a lot of the internets.
Yeah.
You'll read that in the news.
Yeah. Can I, and then for the non-software engineering focus, can I dive into this on a consumer example of Netflix? So doing that, can we understand as in Netflix stored the previous recorded movies and shows content on there, right? Now they're accessing everybody who's calling from their home service, their home smart TV, is essentially calling to the same file and they can distribute it to watch it, correct? So let's say 2017, we have House of Cards. So they want to watch season 3 of House of Cards. That was not available anymore. Is that the actual outcome?
During the outage, yes.
Okay.
During the outage. Okay. You can't visit a website. Your HR software is not loading. Lots of things are just like not happening.
Yeah, but the actual database itself is not deleted, or is it actually...
No, the data is not deleted. It's not accessible during that time.
Got it. And it's accessible maybe internally at AWS?
No.
Okay, no.
Until they recover. So
and
there's a path to recovery.
Okay.
Right?
And then from a technology standpoint, how do you guys recover that? From a technical standpoint?
From a technical standpoint...
Yeah, since the file is deleted. Yeah.
Recovery typically involves understanding like why things are not working and immediately patch like the things that are broken. So those typically happens fast. It's like it doesn't take too long.
Yeah.
But because everything is down, right, the actual recovery process take a lot longer because you can imagine like traffic that used to flow through started queuing up.
Yeah.
So by the time you recover, your gates is open again. Yeah. But your throughput is still at what it used to be. But you now have these like hours of flooded traffic that are waiting. Yeah. So it becomes congested and it creates a new storm of problems that you have to overcome. Like you have to over provision during the recovery phase and gradually like get the traffic through and eventually recover. So it's a slow process that takes time.
Understood. And then on the postmortem question, what was those process like during?
So the postmortem is really interesting because the first thing it does is it almost anonymize the person or the system that is causing the issue. So the first culture I think Jeff wanted to set is this is a process for improvements. It's not a process for labeling and pointing fingers, right? Okay. So it's strictly focused on what had exactly happened, not who did it or why come together because of like a person's action or not. The point is to not make it something that kind of use as political tool against other people.
What happened to the intern, by the way? To the person, or what the person who was to delete it?
I do not know.
Okay.
So you write down exactly minute by minute what each system is doing and what has changed during that minute. And you kind of walk through the entire timeline of the incident, right? From before, when things were normal to at this minute, we start to see traffic increase by 50%. And then at that minute, we start seeing error rates spike up. And at this other minute, everything started to be impacted.
I see.
At X minute, on-call engineer checked in to the issue. We even measure that. At Y minute, the on-call engineer ran this script to test if this is the issue. And then eventually, at this minute, we understand the root cause and started some sort of fix. So everything about such an incident is recorded verbatim on a timeline. And that is used as the raw material for analyzing how do we improve the process. So we'll focus on, say, it took 35 minutes for the engineer to check in. Then what is the process we can do to reduce that time, because 35 for certain incidents is like too much, right? Yep. And then sometimes it's, okay, it took the on-call, let's say 60 minutes to run the scripts that fix the issue. Now the question is, can that 60 minute be reduced down to 10 minutes? What does it take? If this is a recurrent issue, then we should ideally automate as much out of that 60 minutes as possible. So next time when it happens, it takes 5, not 60. So all of these goes into developing additional system, sometimes secondary system that helps mitigate issues like this and accelerate the recovery. So what you're seeing behind the scene, there's a lot of both technical engineering as well as process engineering that goes into making this reliable.